What's up guys, Kyle Milan here with another episode of Manufacturing Tribe TV. Today we're at ProMed Molded Products, which is a Minnesota-based medical injection molding company. Now the main difference between typical injection molding and what these guys do is they're dealing with liquid silicone rubber. So a little bit of a different process, something I've never seen before, and they primarily serve the medical device industry, dealing with biotechnology, pharma, medical devices, and most of their stuff is implantable. So we're gonna go in, meet some cool people, get a tour and see exactly how they're taking the liquid silicone rubber and making devices that go inside of the body. I spent 15 years in the manufacturing world, and now I'm on a mission to show people how things are made and excite the youthful generations to get them involved in this amazing industry. This is Make Cool Shit TV. What's up guys, I'm here with Shauna Johnson, who is the Sales and Marketing Manager of ProMed Molded Products. Shauna, what is it that you guys do here?
ProMed is a silicone contract manufacturer. Our specialty is long-term and short-term implantable products, devices like neurological, cardiac rhythm management. Our primary business is the medical, but we do have some aerospace as well. This is our boardwalk. Our boardwalk helps our employees and our management team be able to see real time as these boards are updated actually on a regular basis to share with the team their productivity and some of the information about ProMed. So it's information that our sales team is able to see, customers are able to take a look at. It's really beneficial for everyone.
So this gives like a high-level overview at a glance of different metrics that you guys are tracking on performance and things like that?
Yes, that's correct, and full transparency. Yep.
Got it. And the flags, what is this showing us here?
The flags are actually representing the employees that work here at ProMed Molded Products.
So multicultural.
Multicultural. I think we have 19 flags that we're flying right now.
Wow. All right, so these charts are awesome. You guys are being transparent with your employees, showing them all the metrics, high-level overview. What else do you guys have in this hallway that you can show me?
I could show you some things going on in the prototypes department that's really cool.
All right, Shauna, so what's going on in here?
So the prototypes department is actually something where a customer can come to us with like a napkin sketch, saying that they want the dimensions to be 1 inch by 1 inch. What our team does is take that napkin sketch and put it into a step file, create a design and put it into a step file. We actually cut the tools in-house, and the tools come into our prototypes department where we use medical grade materials and make their parts.
Okay, so you've got people that could either draw something up on a napkin, or even companies that have new designs, new parts that they want a couple prototype pieces made. They would come in to deal with this department first.
Yeah, that's correct. Actually, anything from like 10 pieces to 50 pieces, we're designing a tool that will fit that at a low cost tooling we create in the back. And if they need to change the inner geometry, we can actually just change core bars instead of needing to remake the tool, and we're able to produce them parts at a low cost. So
how long does that process take? Because typically with tooling, I mean, it could take weeks, but how fast are you guys turning these prototype parts out?
We're actually, we got a great team now that is turning the solid files into design in the Haas machining system that we have in the back. I'll show you later. And we're able to cut the tools overnight. We're getting parts out in 5 to 7 business days.
Wow, that is fast. All right, so you mentioned a Haas. We're talking CNC machining, turning, things like that. So let's go check that out next. All right, so we're here in a tool room. You've got a couple of Haas machines. What is it that you guys are doing here?
Our team is setting up for tooling for quick turn for the prototypes department. We're doing cavity inserts, core pins, and 2-plate, 3-plate tooling.
Okay, so you guys are doing your prototype tooling here. Is that out of steel or is that aluminum that you guys are making it?
We're capable of doing soft steel or aluminum tooling.
So I see that you guys have some construction going on over in this room over here. What is that going to be used for?
That's our new clean room for our one cavity validated tooling. So we're actually doing an expansion now to increase our floor space so that we can process one cavity, two cavity validatable tools. So this is our new clean room space. This space is actually going to help us turn one cavity production tooling. One cavity production tools will be able to process and validate for our customers who are trying to do their human trials and other pieces that are outside the prototypes but not into full production.
So then this space is going to be used kind of as like a segue into full production, higher volume. This space is meant for that bridge in between.
That's exactly it, that bridge tooling.
So you showed us that the bridge facility that you guys are building for the lower volume stuff. So now we're over here. What are you guys doing in this space?
This is one of our main manufacturing facilities. So this right here is when your bridge tooling is successful, your project's kicked off, you guys are moving into higher volumes, or our customers moving into higher volumes. We validate a 16 cavity tool or something higher, and we use this as our main production facility where we run a large run of parts and put them into finished goods for our customers to take small shipments.
So what type of parts are you guys running here? Because you mentioned that you're doing medical device and implantables and things like that, but what type of products are you guys making?
Our team is currently doing many projects with many different customers. We have about 170 different customers. The current projects that we're running are things like pacemaking devices. So if it's a pacemaker, we make many components that are inside the pacemaker, neurological stimulation parts, and many different small pieces like suture sleeves and connector boots.
So with all that being said, you've got implantables going in the body, and we see that there's people in gowns and hats. And what's all that for? Is that for a sterilization type of thing?
It's an ISO Class 7 clean room. We have to fully gown up from head to toe.
So why do you guys have to do that, gown up from head to toe?
Our requirement to stay clean and stay under a certain particle size within our clean room. We like to cover ourselves in the gowns and keep our hair covered so that we reduce the possibility of any kind of contaminants or fibers, hairs floating in the air.
So it's kind of like other facilities that we've shown you guys where they're ISO 9001 or whatever certification they have. At ProMed, because they're dealing with medical device and in particular implantables, they have higher level requirements for contamination. So you had said that you guys are doing liquid silicone rubber, which is different than the typical plastics that I've seen in my past. So what is it? What is that process like?
Yes, our company works with liquid silicone rubber and HCI, high consistency rubber. LSR is a honey consistency. You have to mix both A and B together in order for it to activate. Once the product's mixed, then we place it into a clean Simcoe tube or canisters for the material. And because LSR and HCR require a hot tool, much different than your plastics where you're doing a cold tool, right? You're curing in a cold tool. We're actually moving through a cold barrel and curing in a hot tool. Over here's our quality department.
And what are you guys doing in this room?
Our team is actually quality checking every single product that leaves our building. We're a company that manufactures the long-term implantable, and because of that, we need to 100% check every single lot that goes out the door.
Wow. That's a high level of quality control. So you guys are 100% inspecting them, or?
We are 100% inspecting, and then we are 100% quality checking, AQL checking each lot that goes out the door.
So once you guys are done with the quality inspection and making sure the parts are good, where does it go from there?
Our product is quality checked here, usually dimensional check here, and once they're complete, they walk it into our packaging department, which is right here.
So once you guys are in that packaging phase, are you guys throwing these into boxes, or are they individually packaged, or how does that look?
Every product is different. If the product is overmolded with multiple wires or assembled in a certain fashion, we typically have to tray the product, putting them into certain cells and packaging them in a hard container, and then it's double bagged. Some of the parts that we can ship out, some seals and other projects, can actually just get double packaged into a double bag.
So after you guys are done packaging it up in whatever customer specified packaging, then it just goes into shipping and out the door?
It goes right through the box and out the door.
All right, Shauna, we're on the second floor. I see a science lab behind us. What do you guys got going on here?
Yeah, this is actually our analytical lab. Our analytical lab supports our ProMed Pharma. ProMed Pharma takes a pharmaceutical drug and impregnates the silicone to create drug-eluting product.
So thanks, Shauna, for showing us this amazing facility. You guys have the prototyping department, you have production with the LSR, and then even the pharma where you're doing the pharmaceutical drug combining into the molded product is awesome to see. So thank you again for showing us everything that you guys are doing here at ProMed Molded Products. So now what we're gonna do is talk to some of the team and the younger generation to see how they like working here, how they got involved in manufacturing, and give us their take on this company.
I'm Elliot Adkins. I'm a new product development technician at ProMed Molded Products. I work closely with engineers to make their designs on their projects become a reality. When one of our engineers introduces a project to me as a technician, I go through our process from tool function to range findings to literally hone in on our press settings so we can run a press consistently, get good parts, and process them accordingly.
My name is Damaris Onchaba. I'm a project engineer for both operations and ProMed Pharma. I've been in ProMed for about 2 years. So I first started as an intern in the pharma section of ProMed, and then I moved to a new product development quality engineer. From day to day, I work on various projects. So the main project I'm working on is a welding project, trying to optimize the process and then improve it. It's dynamic, so things change each and every day, and being able to do different things and work in various projects.
I'm Shauna Johnson. I'm the sales and marketing manager of ProMed Molded Products. I served 4 years in the Navy as an aviation ordnanceman. When I left California from the military, I came back to Minnesota and started a position here at ProMed Molded Products with no college education. When I moved over to the manufacturing side, I realized how exciting it was and how new it was. Every 2 weeks is a new project. Worked my way up in doing trimming, molding, processing, quality. As I was going to school, I moved into a project manager position here at ProMed. I continued my education, and now I'm the sales and marketing manager of ProMed Molded Products.
My name is Zach Prince. I'm an engineer, and I have been at ProMed for 5 years. As a new product development engineer, we're responsible for a handful of projects. So we work on things from customers to all the way to supporting production. So really, beginning to end, we support new products, and then as they transition into manufacturing environment, we support them there as well. It's basically like we have a secret sauce. So someone comes to us with a product and they don't have the capability to make it. So we're able to give them our expertise and build something that they couldn't otherwise do on their own.
My name is Jessica Doan. I'm an analytical chemist on the pharma side of ProMed, and I've been here for almost 3 years now. I've always been in manufacturing. My first lab gig ever was in plating. I can kind of see the full process of a product from start to finish. I could actually talk to the manufacturing engineer downstairs and kind of understand the process better.
I actually got started in manufacturing at Boston Scientific. I did just basic medical assembly on an assembly line, and I stopped that, and I went into security for, it was a little over 5 years. I wanted something more hands-on. I actually started on our production floor as a press operator. From production, I actually went to a different department, our transfer department, and it was a different type of press. I learned more. Then I went to a different department, which was our material department. I learned more about materials, mixing, got more hands-on then, and then I moved to our tech center department and became a new product development technician, working with engineers, learning more on that, on different processes, on how to create good parts. The fact that I've learned a lot in this department, I see myself moving to so many different departments or have the opportunity to move in any direction that I want to take because of my knowledge that I've learned from department to department.
I got started in manufacturing really just out of college. I was looking for my first job, and ProMed was something that came up through our school. I really didn't know much about manufacturing. And I always liked putting things together, Legos, Connects, roller coasters, playing with things, making stuff. I actually interned in college, so that's where I got my first taste, but then I wanted to give it another try after school, and that's kind of how I got into it.
I loved science growing up, but I didn't know that I would do engineering. Initially, I used to think that engineering is about like cars and, being mechanics and stuff like that. Then I came to realize that it's more. Engineering is not all about like one thing. Engineering is very broad, and you can choose, you can literally use what you like and what you enjoy and use that to help other people and make the world a better place.
There's a lot of opportunities within manufacturing. It's a growing industry, especially in a lot of different spaces. So there's lots of opportunities, lots of job opportunities, and lots of things that you can learn.
It's very cross-functional. You wear 10 different hats at any given time. I didn't think I was going to be in analytical chemistry. I actually wanted to be an engineer, but I dabbled on the analytical side just because that's the job function that was required, and I loved it so much I said no thanks to engineering and stayed in analytical.
I wasn't sure what I wanted to get into. There's a lot of possibilities out there, and especially if you get into a good company where your doors can open, learn more, and just talk to different people, you can learn a lot more and move whichever feels comfortable to you. An engineer can design a part, and I can make it come to life. Just seeing it come to life and actually being in that process makes it more interesting to me.
It's not just one giant factory that you do the same function over and over again. It's so project-based that you're not working on the same thing day in and day out. It's not as repetitive as TV likes to, pretend it is.
Every time I received a new project and I found out that the device was impacting, saving somebody, it changed my thought on what manufacturing was, and I knew that this is what I wanted to do.
So hopefully you guys got some value out of that, looking at behind the scenes of the medical device industry. If you did, hit that like button, share it with one person you know, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for the next episode.